The first reactions that we got here, unsurprisingly, coming from right-wing European leaders who are considered allies of Trump. The Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban calling it a much-needed victory for the world. Belarus's leader Alexander Lukashenko has called this election a victory for Trump. Geert Wilders, who's a right-wing politician, a Dutch politician, also congratulated Trump, telling him to never stop and to always keep fighting. The chair of Germany's far-right party, the AfD, also offering their congratulations. So whilst we very much expected this sort of reaction from these types of politicians who fall in line with Donald Trump, it took a little while longer for others in the more centrist camp to come out and show their congratulations. There is a great deal of anxiety and fear here over what a Donald Trump take to White House does look like, in particular in relation to the war in Ukraine, European security and trade relations. The French President Emmanuel Macron was the first out of the blocks from the centrist camp. He issued a statement saying he was ready to work with Donald Trump, saying that he has done so before, with your convictions and mine, with respect and ambition for greater peace and prosperity. So the French president there trying to lay the groundwork for a good relationship. We also know that defence ministers from Germany and France will meet today to speak through the ramifications of what this looks like. Vladimir Zelensky, perhaps the man with the most skin in the game, has also come out with warm congratulations for the president. He was complimentary of Donald Trump's approach to global affairs, but reiterated how important it was that its relationship and American support does continue for its war effort. Of course, Donald Trump has said that he could end the war in Ukraine in a single day. That, of course, is a ludicrous claim and has raised concerns as to what Ukraine would have to give up for such a deal to be negotiated. He's also criticised the amount of military and financial aid that the US sends to Ukraine. He even, from the sidelines, without even being in office, managed to hold up the $60 billion aid package earlier this year from passing Congress for some time. So we could well see a pullback in funding. And there's also concerns around NATO and America's support for that alliance. He has threatened to pull out of it on multiple occasions. Whilst we don't expect him to do so, the sheer fact that he has threatened to do so undermines the very premise of collective security. He, of course, was criticising member nations of not contributing enough to defence spending, and they should pull their weight more. And then, of course, there's the issue of trade. Trump has suggested that he would impose tariffs of between 10 and 20% on imports from all countries. He did this during his first term in office. Everyone will remember about the trade war with China. He also did it on imports of aluminium and steel from Europe. So that's very much causing concern here in Europe. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has come out saying that she hopes to get off on good terms, speaking about the billions of dollars in trade and investment on each side of the Atlantic. And lastly, we've heard from Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, no longer part of the EU, but his concerns, of course, lying with European security and the AUKUS deal, which is that subs arrangement signed between the United Kingdom, the United States and Great Britain.